TeamViewer. All right, let's try the TV setup. There we go. So we got TeamViewer. Run TeamViewer directly. You can just extract it and run. There you go. Without installation, TeamViewer will behave similar to TeamViewer Portable or Quick Support on Windows. This should work if all necessary libraries package are installed in your system. Now they may not be. Okay, TV setup check libs. Run this command to identify missing stuff. You can then look for the matching packages and install them manually. Now that's a pain in the butt. I tried it once. TV install, so you can install it from there, which is what I was trying to avoid. Actually, I couldn't install it from the RPM because I don't have everything installed yet to do that. I just realized that. And I don't ever do, man, don't do a force install. I did that with my driver, my proprietary NVIDIA driver on my Fedora 14 system, and then I wanted it off of there, and I could not ever find a way to uninstall it. If you have to force it, you don't want it. Okay, permanent installation with all of the so and so. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do. Actually, I can. Oh, don't that. I want to check libs. I may not have what I need, and if I don't, then I won't probably quit trying with this. Oh, Control V doesn't work. Okay, let's see. Make sure I didn't get any extra spaces in there. Huh. Says the command not found. What did I do wrong? Let's see. I don't know. It just says run TV setup. I wonder if you have to do it like this. Yep. Gotta do ./. Okay. Now to use TeamViewer. How to use TeamViewer? You can extract it. Okay, where am I? Oh, an error. Where's where I ran that? There it is, right there. In order to use TeamViewer, that's the same thing. Okay, so I need 32-bit libraries, even if you are on a 64-bit system. Oh, I see. Writing raw output to log files. Yeah. You don't have execution permission for HomeDon TeamViewer. Bin Wine. Oh, okay. HomeDon TeamViewer. Bin Wine. TV Bin Wine. Deal ISO. Oh. It probably doesn't support 32-bit binaries yet. Oh, I was going to say I can right-click on the file and give it permissions in Crusader, but I've done this before in my other videos. I've run through all this before. I guess that's why I went to doing the installation. I forget so darn much, so it ain't going to run. We can prove that. TeamViewer. I spelled it wrong. You just TAM. That's why I usually copy and paste because of that, my problems with typing. So let's do that. Properties. Some days, yes, last couple of days I've been typing better, so I was getting a little more brave there. Okay. I think it's just going to give some errors and not run. We'll see. Yeah, there's no wine server on here. I guess if I had wine installed, it might run if I could find it. But I don't want to do all that. Okay, so now see, that to me, that was a pain and disappointing, but guess what I can do? It says go to trash instead. I like my, guess I have to go in the settings and change that. I want it to go to just delete it. Although there has been a few times over the years where I messed up and deleted something I wished I hadn't. But I'll leave it there. I guess it would run. I thought that I had got the idea. I think it was from TeamViewer here that you couldn't run 386 apps on 64-bit anymore. But I think it's just you gotta install those. Well, the thing that's weird is it's not really a Linux application. So you got to install Wine, and then I guess you've got to install some Windows 32-bit binaries or something to get it to work. I can just double-click on that, and it'll extract it where you can see what's in there. I think you'll see, well, since I already deleted all that. Well, okay. But I was going to say, you're going to see some, well, there's the Wine. See, it's got Wine, little mini Wine in there all ready to go. You're going to see some Windows executables in here, I think. I guess if I would have not deleted my extracted file, I'd be able to read it better. Because I'm not seeing all the file extensions. But, so, isn't that Java stuff? So, I'm not seeing what I thought I was going to see. Well, it's not showing all the file extensions, is it? Just some of them. Okay, well, anyway. You can see that it runs on Wine. And on TeamViewer 12, they didn't offer a 64-bit portable version. Well, evidently I got mixed up. Unless I found it and now I can't find it again. I don't even see a portable version for. There might be a TeamViewer 13 that's portable. That could be the thing. I think this is TeamViewer 13. Yeah, this is 13. So. No, I don't see anything. Yeah? I thought I saw it. As a matter of fact, I thought I downloaded it. Again, they're doing all their junk, blocking the half the page, quarter of the page, or whatever. Red Hat, Fedora, 64, 32-bit, SUSE. Okay, well, go to camera 2 again. Get back over there on the machine. I just another learn. I will start. I just wasted a bunch more time, but another learning. Well, it would be a learning experience. I've had too many learning experiences over and over because I can't remember what I learned. Okay, switch back over. Got that running over there, but no way to connect to it. I suppose I could connect to it from some other machine. Well, this is the one I'm streaming from, though. I'm trying to get my KVM switch to stop on the one I want. There we go. Okay. That's where is it? Oh, I minimized it. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to install it. I mean, I could go ahead and install. Well, actually, I would have to go around and around finding all the. You've got to have the support to installed on your system to support from a downloaded RPM. And since I really don't want to put it on there and keep it on there, if I can run it in portable mode, and that's going to be a whole. I think I guess I could do it. It looks like I could do it. But I don't know for sure that I could install the 32-bit stuff that I need to in there or not in Fedora 28. But I don't want to do that right now. I'll leave it running because if I download it again, I'll get locked out of it. But I don't think I'm going to use it now. Let's look in here. Okay, now what? Oh, okay. Some live systems you can install stuff and some you can't. HTOP, that's a system monitor. Let's see, that's probably what I want to open up. It might even tell me my distro. It's pretty cool one. It's just a command line one, but see, it's got a transparent background so you can see the desktop. But it's pretty cool. But I do like it's harder to read. See how it's small. You might be able to make the text larger, maybe. But it looks cool, but it's harder to read. So live CD, Windows System 32 Explorer execute. See what? So it's running. Oh, because of me running TeamViewer. Okay. See, so it's running a bunch of Windows stuff in one because I downloaded and started up TeamViewer. What I'm looking for is something that tells me, if it told me my kernel, I would know whether it's, Debian or Fedora. And me not remembering stuff well, I don't remember the commands. There's some real simple commands. And I'm trying not to, I don't guess there's really a lot of setting. You can't right click in there or anything. There's not really any way to make it show more than what it shows. Syslog. Okay. What's up here? Sometimes what they put on the desktop for you is just what you want. If you pay attention. Information about XFCE. I think that's just going to be XFCE. Yeah. Okay, where's the terminal? It does have a desktop cert, so I can just find the terminal or whatever that way. System is HTOP, Application Finder, and Thunar. Let's see. Application Finder, TeamViewer. I'm searching for different things, seeing if I find easy way to tell what this system has. There's nothing under package, so XFCE terminal. Oh, everything's set up that way. It's transparent. It looks cool, but it is sometimes harder to read on. Okay. Can't think of any of the commands I was even using yesterday. Let's see. DNF update, and it'll probably say command not found. So I don't think it's. I was trying to see. There's like grep RPM so and so and it'll tell you information about your. APT, GT, updates. Well, if I could type, apt-get updates, apt-get update, update. System info? No. How about help? There we go. That I can do. Oh, bash version. Oh, that's i686. Linux GNU. No, didn't get lucky. NK or info to find out more about commands, not in this list. Okay. You can search the help, you know, you can remember how to do that. What's, okay, help name, yeah, okay. Help name to find out more about the function, okay. Use info bash to find more about the shell in general. Man K or info to find out about commands not in this list. Okay. Man space dash K system. Let's see. Error. Did something wrong. Help name. I've done this. System. Nothing. What is it I was trying to do? Help DNF. Nothing matches DNF. Help Yum. Help apt. Does not match. Sysinfo does not match. Help Linux. God, that has to be in there. Okay, live rescue CD system. Oh, you got to put the not the quotation marks, but the single marks on either side. Help. Okay. This is topics. Help DNF. Let's see, topics. Wait. Topics. Help Yum. I don't understand. It's like, looks like everything I just got through typing. What did I type? Oh, I put help Linux. Try help or man KDNF, info DNF. They have to be in info DNF. That didn't work. Did it like they said, I thought. Oh, I think you got to say help. Sysinfo. I think Sysinfo is a system app. That's what I think. Nope. Help info DNF. Again, no topics match DNF. Okay. Don't see. Probably since there's no this one in it. PT. Help Synaptic. If it was a domain-based, Synaptic would be the app I would want to use. I can install it. Sometimes you can go ahead and install it in the terminal. Help Arch. Nope. I guess I would have to be smart enough to go use Google and find there's a browser in here. I'll try with that, and then I'll. Yeah, I'm sidetracked so bad here. I mean, I'm spending forever with just. I didn't want to just do the camera on the screen thing while I wanted to show on remote desktop. I'm still trying to get. I was going to try to install a remote desktop app. This is getting silly. Linux KDE System Monitor app. That might me find out. The one that would KDE Plasma System Monitor. Not seeing the name of the app though. I don't know what it is I'm in. This is called linuxapps.com, so it's really not. This is not what I want. Genome System Monitor. That was why I wanted to know. I've been wanting to know what distro this is running on. Okay, so that's not really helping. Command to find Linux kernel. That should do it. Linux came to get system information, also use. Where's the command? Thought it would show me right there, but I will have to break down and go to the page. Okay, how to check your Linux kernel version. There's a video on it. Uname R, that's it. Uname R. Let's put it up here. Try to put it somewhere. Since it's transparent, it makes it a little harder to work in it. I guess down there is best. Where it's dark. Uname R. Uname space dash R. Oh, all I got. Oh, it's Gen 2 4.3.0 Gen 2 x86. There we go. I've never done any more than just like boot up Gen 2 and mess around with it on a live CD. Don't know about Gen 2. I don't know what it would take to install something or anything. So I'm not going to try to do that. So the Bitdefender live CD that I have here is running on Gen 2 4.3.0 x86 version. All right. Wasn't that so much simpler than jacking around on the command line and not? Did I close the terminal? I guess I did. It's gone. Okay. Go back to what I was actually wanting to do here. Today I'm just in a mess, I guess, and not a hot mess either. I'm in a mess. All right. logs. Okay, I know what I want to do. I want to go to the file system. Now, is there a search in here? Because I don't really know where to go to find system logs. I usually use apps that, bring them all up for me without me having to dig around and find them. I wanted to see now this is only going to have the one file manager. Well, if I go into my little 32 gigabyte card, I can show one thing. Well, let's just go straight into file system, home, live CD, X system, X session errors. You can double click on it and it'll open up in a text viewer. Now let's see. There's quite a few, says critical errors. And this is one way you can, sometimes a real quick way to find, and I always remember where this one is, X session errors, your GUI session. Live CD, XFCE. There's always going to be some warnings. If it's a warning and an error, it's probably not a big deal. It probably just still worked fine without it. But if you say critical, it's probably something that not working or crashed. And I already did this before I started my video, and I'd searched through this. I even saved the one that was there. It'll change as the thing runs. But I saved the one earlier. I noticed there was a lot of reoccurring errors. Trying to look for something that actually... one of them that kept reoccurring is unsupported USB device type USB, which, okay, is that something wrong with it's not... the drive was working, but something could have went wrong. It could have got... The way that cable sticks out so far and the way my machines are in my rack, when I went to bed, I noticed, my trash can, I put it beside my bed every night, and I thought, well, that's awfully close to that. It could bump it and cause it to stop reading, but it was about 3 inches away, and I thought, well, when I go to bed, I'm not going to move that trash can. But one thing that did happen, I didn't think about, I have a bunch of pillows on my bed. I used to set up in it and watch TV a lot before I go to bed every night, but now I spread them out when I go to bed, and two of them sometimes will fall off towards the computer rack side and get down in it a little bit. Well, last night, that machine was running, and I thought, well, did it over? And it was right in front of one of the exhaust fans. I thought, well, did it make it overheat and cause this problem or whatever? But if it really did overheat, I think it would have shut down. So I noticed that sometime between my second or third time getting up and going to the bathroom and when I actually got up. When I really got up, that's when they were like that. So trying to figure out the whole point being trying to figure out what caused this app to just crash or close. And I don't see anything that says, Thunar, Volman. Thunar is a file manager. Unsupported USB device hub. That is I have 2 USB ports on my keyboard, and it's called, and it always recognized as a USB hub. Well, when I use my KVM switch to go to a different machine and back to this machine, then it's going to mount, turn on and turn that off. So it's in there over and over, so I'm pretty sure that's what that is. So I don't believe that's got to do with my USB drive. See, anything USB is something to look at because it's a USB drive that I'm scanning, and I'm booted to an SD card, but it's in a USB adapter, so it shows up as a USB drive. So, but these are all critical, variant, new string, assertion, string, null, failed, GTK source, scheme, and that's in there over and over and over. So, and I don't think there's anything that says crash. And I didn't see anything that said kernel. or oops, I didn't do that, but yeah, it's not in there. So, but USB's in there over and over. I didn't search for USB before, but yeah, all I see is the same thing. I'd never get through the document because it's in there over and over and over. So I did go straight to the bottom. I don't know if the I figure the newest stuff is on the bottom and the oldest is at the top. I think that's how this log works. But it's the same. The last one is it's just that same thing over and over. So and I've been switching back and forth. So mouse pad. I don't know why it's looking for a mouse pad. Well, I don't have a mouse pad, but it seems to be thinking there might be one. It failed. Maybe it's just that it's set up to work with a mouse pad and there's not one there. And it just says failed because it didn't see it. So I didn't see anything in the accession errors file to tell me that. I'm going to save it again. Save this. I think this will be a newer version. Save it to my little 32 gigabyte drive. Bit to vendor session error. Save. Replace. Okay, so no, I don't see anything that tells me what happens. Now, I was wanting to go through system logs. Was the other thing I was thinking about doing. I don't really know where they are, especially in this. This is the distro that I don't ever use for on top of everything else. So. Local Zilla. This is basically home live CD. So this is just the home directory. It's not the actual file system. Let's go to file system. Now I can see all that. var, user. See if I can go. Bin. Yeah, there's so many different places where you could look. I was gonna search in here because I thought I had done that last time I was in this. I don't see a search function in this file manager at all. And I know I'm not good enough in the command line, obviously, to go in there and search. So, can I go into user? Yeah, I can go under user. But not being able to search, then can't right-click and search or anything. Open terminal here. That must be Thunar then. You can do that in Thunar. That's definitely my second. If I've got to use a Windows style file manager, I like Thunar because you can do the number one thing that I like about it is you can right click and say open terminal here. And that's something really helpful when you need it, things that I do know how to do. Okay, so I don't know. I am not finding out why that app crashed. I think it crashed. Because when it's done, it sits there and waits for you to tell it what to do, Unless it sits there. No, it does. It doesn't, time out and go ahead and do it. I'm almost certain it doesn't. I guess I can look in the file system for if I find any quarantine or anything. What was I went to my 32 gigabyte drive for something. Now I don't remember what it was. Rescue CD logs are right there on that, but that's not what I want. Let's go back to. Yeah, I didn't really pay attention, but I don't think there's any quarantine folder. Let's see, apps, scanner, bin. This is the app folder. I think you could it's portable basically. I think you could run it. On other distro, I was thinking about, well, what if I got this? I did save the whole live CD partition to my backup drive when I started this, and because I thought I might try running it in Fedora Live System. I think I know I finally figured out the answer to my question. Does it download just the virus updates or the whole app? Well, it downloads the whole app and the virus updates because I found the script for it. But I've realized now you don't need just that script. if you were going to run it somewhere by itself, you're going to need, I think, everything in that folder. See, there's a folder called .apps, and then there's KlamAV, that's the boot screen, and then scanner. So I know I would at least need that, if not some stuff out of var and so and so. Well, there's a var folder in there. I think it might stand alone because it has its own var folder, share, etc, and bin folder. I think I could run it. I don't want to do that again. I mean, when I'm going to go ahead and reboot this machine to Fedora. I'll use Fedora 28 live security, and then I'll download KlamAV and do KlamAV, even though it's like 3 times slower than Bitdefender, but it probably won't crash. You know, Bitdefender didn't crash the last time I scanned this drive, but it wasn't on this machine. And this also makes me worry that, okay, is there really is a problem with? I was just thinking as I was getting up and down last night, I thought, okay, that machine's been running all this time without anything crashing or anything. I don't think there's a problem with the processor not working right on that motherboard. Because I've been kind of wondering, because it's not running quite right. So I kept thinking, well, is it got some malware on it, or is it some driver issue with the video card or something like that, or is it flat that processor's not working right on that motherboard? If that's the case, then that's a real problem. I'm going to have to buy a new motherboard. And, of course, that's going to be around another $100. And so, so since this app, that's why I'm just was really wanting to try to find what happened, what was the crash, you know. Because if I can figure that out, I could, if I get into like system logs, Gentoo, I don't have a clue of how installing apps in Gentoo goes or anything. And I guess I could look that up, but I mean, that's not really, I don't have to do that. That was just for remote desktop. I was going to install something to do remote desktop with. But went blank. Well, I mean, there's other tools that I know how to use that if I could install them, I could use them. Besides that, well, like a log viewer. There's one real app I really like, and I could go in my main system here. Well, it's not in my main system; it's gone. There's a log viewer. I think it's just called Log Viewer, and I could install that and look for the logs. Look through the logs, because I mean, if it at least had a search, I can't believe. I thought Fedora had a search built into it. Maybe it's an add-in, a plug-in or something. Must be, because I play. It's not there. It's not just me. It isn't. There is no search. And I could probably hit Control F and search. No, I can't even do that. Search in that window, but it doesn't do that either. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I like sys kernel. Let's go into kernel. See if there's something about any kind of log in there. Don't see anything. Keyboard won't navigate on the keyboard like Crusader. It bugs me. Yeah, I could just search for .log files, .log files, and maybe, it's not a real big system. I could probably find it. Of course, if it goes through and searches, since my hard drive is mounted, I go through and search it too. Well, I guess it's not that important. I mean, I could have. I'm scared to look at the time now. Yeah, it's 9:04, and I've been going since 6. I should have already had 3 hours of scanning. It could have already been going on if I would have just rebooted and started scanning. I thought it was a real good idea to show this, but instead I've gone in circles. Maybe it'll be a good idea in the long run. I hope so. All right, so Seagate expansion drive. Let's make sure it's still there. Make sure it didn't unmount or anything. That was one of my worries, is did it get, of course it could have been jiggled and then it remounted too, Actually, I don't know if Gentoo auto mounts like Fedora and Debang does, though. But So let me think. Well, I think what I will do is reboot the system into that live CD, like I was saying, and another one, I mean, into Fedora, and I'll just shut it down, and then I'm going to plug in my USB stick with Fedora Live. I really wanted to find something about that. I wanted to just find out why it crashed. No, if you search for log, you just get log out and a couple other things that aren't actually to do with system logs. Session and startup. I searched for crash and I got session and startup and window manager. Config, notifications. Something's starting to make. I think that machine is starting to, the fan blow. Oh, it's probably the laptop working really hard. Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's, is it not paused? I don't think it is. Yeah, it was, my preview was playing this whole time and I forgot. Oops, what did I? Mouse pad. I accidentally clicked on mouse pad. Notifications is what I was trying to click on. Oh. Default, top right. Yeah, disappear after 10 seconds. So. I just don't. System profiler. Oh, really? And benchmark. That's on there. I went into system. Sensor viewer. Oh. Huh. It's blank. It's using sensor type ACP tachometers. It's a blank too. You can go Celsius or Fahrenheit. Is there another way? No, there's only ACPI, so it's not working. And I guess the ACPI is not. Well, maybe this board doesn't have that. I think that they don't use that in the newer boards. Now I've forgotten. Forgot what I was searching for when I found that last thing. Config. Notifications. Privilege granting. There's a lot of things in this Gentoo that I've never seen, like this little thing here. Authentication mode, SU, grab mode, enable, screen grabbing, behavior. Startup, session and startup. I'm just looking. You have to access the ERAT. I don't know why they chose a rat for their mascot. Okay. Might have been going through different sections. Yeah, sensor there. I was in system. System profiler. I think this is that one that I like because it not only tells you the system. Don't tell me that was what I was looking for all along. Yep, Gentoo based system. So there was a graphic user app in there, and I looked over and over through all the apps, and I just never saw it. Didn't click with me. So I would have known that right away. Okay, operating system, Gentoo, same as I saw before. Kernel modules, That's not telling you. The version is telling you like Bluetooth and this and that and the other. But it is something I've been wanting to do, so it has benchmarks, Blowfish, Crypto Hack. This is the one I've ran before. It's in Parted Magic. I didn't know that was there. And several others. I think I may have already done this, but computer, Gentoo-based system, AMD 8300. Doesn't tell you how much RAM. Can't see it, I guess. But generate a report. Shouldn't take too long. All everything. Let's click select all. Generate. Now I got to put it somewhere. Put it in my hard info report. I won't rename it right now. That could break it. I can rename it later. And just save it to my little SD card. Okay. Benchmarking, please don't move the mouse. Let's see if it makes it act up. It's been running all day yesterday and all night last night. I think I did this already, but on it, but I'm not sure. So I'm glad I found that. Let it do this and see if it throws any errors or anything. You know, I'm talking about the system itself, the processor, the memory, everything. The video card. It's video card is the oldest thing in it now, I guess, because it's the original one I had in there. It's I think it's a 512 megabyte video card, which is not fantastic, but it's better than I think the onboard on this motherboard is only like 256 megabytes, and it's plenty, and it's fine for as long as everything works right. It's fine for what Mom does. She doesn't. It'd be good enough for me. I mean, I don't play games. And all I do is I watch a lot of videos, and I don't really. Well, I've never had. I've tried a few times here and there, like in KDN Live, to use the GPU for video rendering, but it never worked with the cards I had. So I've never been able to do any of that stuff. Oh, I kept looking at my preview going, why isn't any of this showing up? I realized I paused my preview just a while ago. So it's testing the GPU and all that stuff right now. And all that stuff that makes you, hypnotizes you. Makes my eyes just about roll around in my head. So, there we go. Now, there's one thing that in Parted Magic, if you click open when that thing is done, it will crash the system or lock it up. I don't think that's crashed. So I'm going to say no. It might not do it in here, but you just say no, and then, of course, if you want to look at the results, you can go down here and click on them and just look at them that way before you close the app. But I did this. I'm pretty sure. This machine, 3,300 megahertz is what it's running at. I've got it on automatic overclocking. So, yeah, it's an 8300, so I guess it's overclocked 300 megahertz. And I'm not worried about it any more than that. I mean, except for it acting kind of crazy lately, it runs great. It's powerful, And, of course, it's comparing it to all other machines. And then what's this? CPU crypto hash. And you can look at the percent of how it compares to other machines. And CPU Fibonacci or something. I can't say the word. It tells you at the bottom results in seconds. Lower is better. So that's okay. If lower is better, this one's one of the. It's the absolutely the worst one of all the ones it's compared to. This one higher is better, and this one is way up there. Of course, now the stuff it's compared to is dual cores and everything else. So yeah, it's going to be better. And the Blowfish, Lower is better, and it's high on that too. So is Intel Core 2 Quad. The only one, the other machine I actually have that I could compare to, if they have an i5 quad core, then I can say, oh, okay. I don't see that in there. And higher is better. It's as high as it can be on the crypto hash. Lower is better. It's really high on that. CPU in Queens, lower is better. It's lower than a lot of them. You can really pour over this if you want. FPU, lower is better. Huh. You know, oh well, I was going to try to say I remember, but I don't remember. I don't even know sure if I ran this, but it doesn't look like it's getting such a good report to me. Lower is better. There was FPU FFT, and this is FTU ray tracing. Oh, well, now that would be, I guess, frames per unit? What? I don't know. FPU? I guess that's the video card it's testing. Well, yeah, it's an old video card. Okay, so that's not the CPU there. And then there, on the GPU drawing, there's only, yeah, no, that's the video card. Maybe it was, now was it testing my onboard video and not the other one, or what? I don't know, because it just says this machine 3300 megahertz. But okay, so there you go. I mean, most of that I don't really know what all it exactly represents, but it is helpful, more than any other thing I've found that's on Linux systems, that you can put on Linux systems. The sensor viewer didn't even work. Let's see, settings. I'm going by, and instead of going through all, I'm going by section. Sometimes I somehow find something that I didn't see before. Multimedia, internet, graphics, accessories, task manager. Yeah, I've already looked in there. Sensor views in there again, and all. Okay, so, well, I'm glad I got to do that. So I'm going to shut it down now. And I guess I have to click on log out and then shut down. Okay. Not sure how I'm going to want to do this. Let's see. Okay, it is shut down. I mean, I definitely didn't, since there was a problem, I wasn't going to just restart that scan. So, now see, I've had that camera running for a really long time, and I know that in the past, the longer I run a camera, the more the audio usually gets behind the video and stuff, but it doesn't cause OBS. See, this is the new version of OBS Studio. It hasn't locked up or anything like it did on the ASRock. So I'm beginning to, at first I thought it was running great and everything was fine, but now getting to see signs that I'm afraid that I may not be able to run it on this motherboard. So, what do I want? Okay, so I think I'll swap to the other mic now. All right. Can you hear me now? Is it? I don't hear myself at all now. Surely I haven't lost my audio forever. Oh, there it is. So, and even though I see a signal there, let's go to the desktop and I can show it. Even though I see a signal there from I gotta stop that. It's playing in the background. My audio's still playing over there in the background. I was gonna leave it so that I could tell what was going on, but well, I'll show what I was just now talking about. I guess it's turn itself off again. Okay, you go to properties or advanced. No, not the regular properties. Leave that like it is. That right there is one thing to consider. The visibility behavior. Stop when not visible. Restart when visible. Pause when not visible. Unpause when visible. Always play. I don't know how I had it before, so I left it like that. Okay, so maybe this is my problem. Advanced properties. It's on. And you can turn the monitor. You can listen to it now. I know the old version. I'm almost. I'm certain this was not here before. You could not turn on monitoring of your audio streams. So I remember researching it and looking it up because I thought I just couldn't find it. Oh, there's more. Look at that. The other. I only have two tracks. But mic aux and desktop were already set to 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, I clicked these 1 and 2 because that's all I could see. I didn't even notice that the window was actually bigger than that. There we go. That's the way things should open up by default. And then it never do anymore. So why aren't I getting a sound? Let's see, I'm going to turn my sound on back on the laptop again so I can tell when it comes on. But I don't know why I'm not getting it anymore. That's the thing. So I'm going to click 3 and 4 just like the others and see. Those were done already like that, so that's either defaults or something. But and I guess I'll have to mute. Okay, I hear it. Okay, now can I hear myself? It's pretty low for one thing. It's a lot lower than it ever has been before. There it is. I can hear it, but it's really low. Okay. Okay. Keep trying to use the same mouse for different machines. So I don't know. I'm not trusting my wireless mic now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it did work, and now now it's and just now it wasn't. And other than that, why does it need that 3 and 4? When earlier all it needed was 1 and 2, and I didn't know the difference that there was a 3 and 4. But it says I'm only working in stereo. I don't have more tracks, so this is provision so you could have up to 6 tracks of audio. And I turn these on and off, and they do work, and you can. But it causes not only a real bad echo of what you hear, but it causes a real bad echo of in the recording. So I turned it all back off. Now let's see. I'm going to switch back to the. Turn the SM58 back on. I'm just going to use that because I know it's dependable. I was fixing to go to the mic, the other mic, so that when I moved. Oh wait. Well, it's either be silent or try to use the wireless. So I guess I'll go ahead and go back and try to use the wireless because I'm fixing to go over there behind the machine. All right. So. Either be silent or try to use the wireless. So I guess I'll go ahead and go back and try to use the wireless because I'm fixing to go over there behind the machine. I'm getting a signal on the wireless mic because my laptop's playing so loud over there. Okay, yeah, no, it's just not as loud as it was before. I don't know what's causing that. Okay, but it is working. All right. As long as it's working, I'll Be all right. So what I'm going to do is get on the okay, now we should be back to having sound again. What do we? Why do we have more audio? They're not labeled in there. So what is it I've got going now? Okay, my sound's muted over there on the laptop, but I should hear. Yeah, okay. As soon as I got back to the SM58, I'm working again. Everything, the settings are definitely different in the yeah, see, I still have the mic on, but it's not picking up. So what I'm going to do is, there we go. The mixer, oh, we used to, there was a button for the whole thing. Go back to the desktop again. I can't stand hearing myself on that delay. So it's hard for me to figure it out. It throws my whole thinking off. I can't even figure out what the heck I'm doing. What I was thinking is I could go into settings and maybe do the global audio settings. Stereo. See all the extra, like desktop devices on, but desktop audio device too. I don't have these devices. I learned that in the beginning. So it's best to keep those disabled. Audio master decay rate. I guess that's the view. Okay, so there's nothing in there to set. You got to do it right there. But if you have to do it on every channel, then that gets into a lot more sidetrack. So if I turn on my, I have to be monitoring it for me to know if it works. So I'm on the camera one now. Advanced properties. Make the window wide enough to see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now it's, yeah, the IDs are there, so I can turn on. Oh, there's no audio on that one. It's this one up here. Cam 3. There we go. Cam 3. Now I guess I can. Okay, I think I hear it. Barely hear it. Get confused about which mute goes with which deal now. Okay, so that should be just. Okay, now I should be on the wireless. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The thing is, I'm gonna have to go through and do that on every single scene now, or else Everything's in a different spot. You have to really pay attention. But the ones that are just video streams, you don't want to turn on audio to them. You might even get noise. You never know. So now I should be good, and I would want it in the desktop screencast. Guess I'll just do it because it's either do it while I'm thinking about it, or I could forget and really mess up later. It should be a global setting for the whole thing. Okay, that one's already on. Oh, because I did that over and over. Okay, so cam 1, cam 2. There's one that says just VLC video source, but it doesn't say what it is. Well, I don't think I would want that because, yeah, audio from cam. Yeah, VLC video source. It's just named different because you name those the way you want to. Okay, now, cams 1 and 2. I guess there's no point worrying about sidetracking today. This is the sidetrack day. Okay. You might as well just get by I'm just doing all 4 channels because 4 tracks, because that's the way it was done already by default. I think I don't remember doing that myself. You know, I did import settings, but evidently that older version is not. It is not the same. So the settings, it's in a different order. So you really have to read about which one are you clicking on. Okay. So audio wave. Okay. Getting all kinds of, like, if it duplicates, or if it quadruples itself or something, or even more, because I put it in every channel or every scene. Maybe I really only needed to turn it on in this one, the one that is the. I hope I haven't messed up. It's hard. I won't be able to tell till I listen to the recording, will I? Because I thought about this in the beginning, and then I forgot. If I would have went to Cam 3 stream and turned it on in there like that, maybe it would have already worked in the rest of them. And I could be working right, and everything is turned up all the way on the inputs and everything. And the volume's right there on the left side of it. It says 100% on every one of them. So I'm just gonna do it though. And well, the signal, like I said before, yeah, I keep forgetting the signal looks weaker, and I don't have a clue as to why it looks weaker now than it used to. Audio cam 3. Now it's on in there. I wonder if that going to that after, I did cam 3 stream, the one that's just audio, and now it's on in there. So maybe that will have done it automatically. I wouldn't have to keep doing this over and over if I'd have done that. So maybe they're all tied together. Let's find out. I think they were, because now they're all on. The next ones I'm going to, they're on. So yeah, if I would have remembered my first thought and went straight to Cam 3 stream and turned that on in that one,
I'm working now. Let's make sure. I don't hear myself over there though. I'm just not, I don't have the volume up very loud either. And now the laptop, I think it's getting tired. It's turned up almost all the way, now it is all the way. Seems like it's really too low. So I'm going to mute that audio over there now. Okay. But it has a, you know, it's not a bad signal. It's just not quite as loud as the SM58. So if I turn them both on, let's go back to the desktop again. If I turn them both on, and I can do it here where in the desktop so they can be seen in the...
The mic is, you know, quite a bit louder, but not... Well, I brought it back down to try to bring them more together. The mic really was too loud in the last
few videos. Anyway, so let's see if I've got... The mic really was too loud in the last video. And so, yeah, there we go. It is working. I guess since I went to that much trouble, I may as well use it. Okay. Oh, and I'm streaming 30 frames per second. And on the other machine, the ASRock, the one I'm worried about not working well, it was never got, I never saw it get over about, really about 9. No, I think it might have got up to around, yeah, I saw it at 15 a few times, but mostly it was going between 5 and 9. And I guess it tries for what you set it at. 30 frames is what I set it at, and then but it buffers, drops some frames if necessary to keep the stream from being bad, you know. Drop the frame rate so that you won't have the effect of seeing drop frames in the video, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so don't need that TeamViewer ID anymore. I'm still talking on the mic because it's in front of me. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I was trying to do. And my preview is still playing, so I guess I really can pause it now because I know where I'm at. And I guess I'll check my audio one more time before I pause it. Make sure everything's still working. Make sure I can still. I don't know. I don't know what's causing it, but it's, now that I don't have my my old system, I'm having all kinds of different growing pains, I guess, for the newer version of OBS Studio. So here's my Fedora 28 live security USB. So I'm going to put that in the machine, and I'm going to go over to the back of it, put it in there, because yeah, on this other camera actually is on a handle. It's really easy to grab it and move it around, but it really takes a while to set that up. So if I want to move a camera, it'll be this one, I guess. That's fine. It's not that bad. So I think I'll do it. I think I'll grab it and take it with me. And I'm getting hungry. I'm going to be eating lunch. After I get all this going, I'm going to go ahead and stop and eat lunch. Okay, so here's where I'm going here. Of course, there's my laptop I'm always talking about that I'm monitoring from. Monitor my stream. It's still playing, isn't it? Let's see. Well, it won't hurt. I was going to stop it. And down here is the ASRock. It's not on because I set it down. And there's where you can see that cable coming out the bottom. I need to move some of this stuff, so when I sit down on the bed, it won't go my way. Okay, the cable down here. Yeah, I need the previews so I can know what I'm showing. Okay, that is my USB, and see, I've already shoved it back. It was right out to the edge of the wood down there, the base I have down there. So, see, do I want? Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get this to. Let me set this down, I guess. Can't even reach it. Let's see. Okay, so I was going to see if I could make it reach to the back of the machine so it won't be sticking out, since I'm going to have to run it overnight or longer. And that was the other one was my SD card and the USB adapter there. It's pretty handy to have one of those. I didn't know they existed till I ordered, when I bought that USB. It came with an SD, came with that one and a regular full-size SD card adapter. Pretty nice. So, guess I'm going to need some light. So I'll get my flashlight, weather radio flashlight, and put it down there. And this one's not so easy to get into these tight spaces like the other one on the handle, but what's it looking at? Just looking at the wall. It's too far behind for me to tell. Oh, if I look at my main preview, I wouldn't be fooled by that one. I need to pause this one. It'll help me not be confused. Okay, so yeah, there's the bad view of the back of this system. So, yeah, rather than try to hold that camera, I'll do that. So, I can't see what my camera's aiming at when without, you know, going back around here. That's somewhere near, well, that blue USB, that's my keyboard. I don't know how many of them's back there. I think there's 2 rows, yeah. So, I think I'll put this one below it. It's the one I'm going to boot to. Well, actually, no, that's 2. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I want it right there. That's pretty tight. Actually, that's all right. That kind of helps. Yeah. That way, they're kind of there's a pretty deep inset right there, and it helps keep. I'm worried about breaking something. You know, when I move this thing around, see, these things can hit the wall real easy. Luckily, it stops by the power cord. It hits first, but those USBs, I worry about breaking things. So, oh, you could actually see what I was doing. Okay, so I got to be really careful when I shut the lid on my preview laptop. This cable in the USB drive is really prone to coming out of the USB deal itself. It's really small, and if you don't, it'll come out. So, trying to figure out which way to try and route it to not put any stress on it. Phone's in the way. I didn't grab the camera, didn't even think about it. But you know, I think it's just with age, it's gotten a lot looser. It's well, it's hard to show it to you, but I'll show it some other time. It's just really small and doesn't stay in well. And rather, if I can, if it'll reach, I'll just not move the drive. Is what I'm trying to do. Yeah, because even when I shove in my keyboard, when I shove in my keyboard tray with my laptop on it, yeah, it does reach. I don't want it to pull it loose. That would be a disaster in the middle of a scan. So I'm more and more starting to think I want to take that thing out of its case and put it in a machine and leave it there. One good thing about it is being able to do this. You can get a lot faster write speed with USB than you do with network, because I only have right now this machine has gigabit Ethernet, but it's not working because, there we go. I heard the drive actually did what I don't like to do. Oh, why would it power up? It did. Oh, because there's power on this even when it's shut down. So it powered that drive up. Of course, it won't mount until I boot it up. But, so I've got it plugged in, you know, right next to the case. There's a little bit of support, so that's actually okay. And so if I turn this, shove it, I don't have to shove it back as far now because, yeah, I don't want anything banging up against the wall. There's actually about an inch of space between the cord, and so everything else is not being jammed up against the wall. So as long as closing my keyboard tray doesn't yank it loose, then I'll be all right. But it sure is not in an optimal place. I'm moving the, I guess I should get the camera from down there now. Well, I wasn't sure I was through down there. Let's get our camera. Okay, so see, here it is, and I won't unplug it, but it's the actual metal connector, you know, it's really short, and so it's so easy to pull out of there. I mean, it's scary. So the phone generally sits right there, but you know, I think maybe that'll, yeah, I don't think it'll cause trouble. It might help support it. Now, the other thing I was concerned about is when I can't do that. I was going to try to, let's move my US, move that. So whenever I can't do it with one hand. I was going to try to set this over here, and it won't set over here to save its life. Will it? See if I'll just set the whole thing in the floor. There we go. Now, here's what I was trying to see. When I go to shut this, I may forget to be careful. Like I just forgot to pull that cable out of the way, so I have to get everything in its right place, and then it seems to be okay. See how tight that is on that. Well, it rode on there really nicely. And it's still, the blue light's still on. It didn't unplug it or anything. I remember, I kind of vaguely remember before I bought that, some people had mentioned that particular thing they didn't like about it. And I think somebody said they taped it up, but I don't see how in the world you'd tape that and really have it do any good. I was thinking, well, that cable into that box for the, thinking, well, I guess you could, laptop, I'll shut the lid, and this one goes to sleep when you shut it like normal. Actually gives it a little rest. Anyway, I haven't done anything because I didn't think that would work well. Now, I do think that if I had, this was something, see that thing right there? It was something that came with something, but it's a little, you can reuse that strap, you know, that came with some product, you know, it came something attached to it, and then it has that. And anyway, I use it as a cable holder there, and something like that. I was thinking, could I use zip ties somehow? Well, anyway, let's move this so I can show what I'm talking about. But it's there's just not much good way to get a hold of it. I mean, you need something that gets a hold about right there, I guess, and then a zip tie. That's what I was trying to say, a zip tie that you could, but it ain't going to get a hold of it unless it has some kind of a circular thing. This one doesn't. That's as close as it goes. It doesn't have any more catches to go closer. That could be a candidate, and then put zip ties through there. But it wouldn't work. That's too big. That part up where my thumb is up there. So I don't know. Can't think of anything I have. So I haven't done anything about it, but it's really, normally I don't ever move it. Normally it's not really a problem because normally I don't move it. But I've been moving that cable around. I don't move the cable. Normally I don't move the cable to a different machine. But I've been doing it a lot lately, and I don't know. I think I'm all right. Cannot think. I mean, starting another super long scan is making me think about this big time. So, let's see, I guess I'll pull my little rolling table back to its spot. And oh, I want to put, okay, so my SD card, I will put it in there. Now what I'm thinking is, once I get it booted up to the live system, I'll put this in there and copy the scripts and stuff I was needing yesterday onto here. And then I'll scan it first, just it, with KlamAV. So I was thinking I was really close to being able to go quit and take a break, but I've got a lot to do here before I'm ready to quit and take a break. Okay, so I was still working with my audio and everything. And my chair. These wheels are worn out on my chair, and if I have them in a certain position, then it feels like it's going to turn over on me. And they fight me, they won't roll anymore. Okay, so let's get back to the SM58. It definitely has better. I don't know why I'm having sound trouble. I said that already 100 times. The volume's not good, and
yeah, of course I fixed all my setup problems there with not getting any audio at all. It should end up being really loud. It's not as loud as I thought it was going to be. Okay. But that's normal. That's what that's the level I want from both mics. And I used to be able to get them pretty close. Just a few videos ago. But I don't know what's changed. Okay, so now see, since I didn't bother this one, I can grab my old stick. It's not really a stick, it's a back scratcher. But and I have paper towel on the end of it. I'll tell you a little trick, a life hack. I hate that. I think it's so silly. But I needed to put aloe vera on my back because it was itching, right? And something was there that I couldn't see, but I knew there was something that needs some medicine on it, right? So I finally thought one day I wrapped a paper towel around it and put some rubber bands on it to hold it, and then I could put aloe vera on my back. Oddly enough, okay, I went ahead and turned on the AS rock. Oddly enough, it feels pretty scratchy, so you can scratch your back with it too. The metal forks on the thing are really too rough. They could scratch you. I mean, if you wouldn't watch out, you could, hurt yourself a little bit with that thing anyway. So, but it's a telescopic deal. You can pull it in and out, but I just leave it out. But it's about to kind of one of them wants to pull out too far, and it's about ready to break, I think. Well, I'm still not seeing that machine. I don't guess I accidentally I might accidentally knock loose the VGA cable. Dang it. It's not I don't screw them in because I move them so much. Evidently I did. Okay, so back to the back of the machine. I'm just going to leave the cameras like they are, and I'll run around there and do it. We'll
switch mics though. Okay, we should have already seen it by now. And okay, back to the wireless mic. That way I can report how wonderful it's going. Dang it! I put the table back and everything. All right, let's see what we got back here. Well, it's not loose. And I've got it in the right one, because there's two. This one has the onboard with the motherboard and then the video card. It's not loose. Unless it's hanging up and not booting up because that USB drive is in there. It could be. Most other machines don't do that. It could be hanging up. Well, I should still see video. Oh. This is the day of Don not having a clue what he's doing. That's what it is. It's working perfectly. Oh, it's checking it's actually checking a drive. Which one? Fragment count, support ISO, no. It's almost done. I think it was checking the Fedora 28 on the USB stick, but I don't know if it went by. Once it was done, it went right by, so I don't know if it fixed anything or... That's the cool thing about Linux. I didn't know it did that in the live system, but it was checking. Yeah, I think it was checking that USB stick, not the... Yeah, because it's booted to the live system like it's supposed to. What was wrong is I forgot to switch my KVM switch over to that machine. Well, I'm glad I didn't unplug anything or anything. I didn't mess it up. It was booting up just fine. As a matter of fact, even the video was the right size. I guess I got there in time. Since it was checking the USB stick, I guess it delayed it long enough for me to get it all done. So now I want to switch back to my other mic before I go on, though. I still feel a little bit leery about using it, since I had to, spend all that time going through the settings. Let's see.
SM58. Okay, we should be good with that now. And I muted the cam. Okay. And I want to make sure my sound is good before I move on. And switch back to the yeah. Okay. Guess I'll pause the preview because the machine was getting tired. Okay, now we'll get back on the camera. Now, the live system, evidently, yeah, I think I'm starting to remember that. They sit there and wait. They used to always just sit there for a while and give you, if you really wanted to change, I don't think there's any other options, but, well, maybe you could log in as root, but you can get root by just typing SU, so let's see what, oh, yeah, there is other, and so I think you could type in root if you wanted, but I don't know if it'll let you do that, but you used to be able to. Anyway, I want a live system user. Because if I need root privileges for anything, I can just run the program as root user. That's the best way to do that. It gives you less. Well, your system's vulnerable when you're running as root. More vulnerable to, like if they're. And I'm fixing to scan for malware. So basically, I just wish I could. I need to learn how to make me one of these that's already got KlamAV on it, because I'm going to have to install KlamAV. And I don't think I have a desktop search, so yeah, Doesn't come with one, I don't think. App search. Probably has a file search, but let's see. I'll have to use Dragora, I guess, yeah. And, oh, it has application finder. It sure does. Oh, because this is XFCE desktop. Cool. Right. So what I was thinking about, what was I thinking about? Oh, see if it had any remote desktop server on it already. Remote. Gotten so used to seeing that preview and looking over at it that no VNC, no KRFB, no Vino, no Tiger, and no, yeah, VNC, I tried to stop for desktop, no desktop remote or anything. So if I wanted to do that, I'd have to install it. So I think I won't, because I've spent so much time messing with all that already today. Definitely aren't going to try to use, what I had been doing was just using the portable version of TeamViewer, but then like I said, sometimes some machines it runs on right out of the bat. So if it's a 32-bit machine, it'll just run. If it's a 64-bit, you gotta, well, I tried several times, I remember now, and I never did get it working. I think, I was looking at what I saw just now, I think, it seems to me I could do it if I think I saw things that I hadn't really caught on to, probably didn't follow the instructions well enough. Okay, so I just need to go to, see if I can add that. I want to see if I can add launcher. Okay. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I guess I didn't finish doing it. That's what happened. Add a new item, launcher. Program launcher. There it is. Okay, so I think they're just not able to see them because there's something I haven't. You got to do something. Close. No? I don't know. Well, I've forgotten how to do it all of a sudden. So every time I want to use App Finder, I have to go to accessories. You can't just right click and put it. If you right click, it opens it. You can't say right click and put on the panel like you do with Mate. Okay, DNF Dragora. That's the only one on there, so that's the one I'll use. Wonder if I'm going to have to. If it asks me, then I will. See, I don't want update. Have to change it to all if I want to search for anything. I'm not going to do the updates in the live system. It would probably fill up the whole live system, the whole virtual partition, or however you should call it. I just want to find KlamAV. Okay, now if I type KLAMAV, it will install that. You have to hit click search, you can't hit enter. It will automatically install everything it needs, in KlamAV, the CLAMAV, I believe. That's what I remember. Yeah, there it is. So KlamAV, all the KDE, then KlamAV, CLAMAV, yeah. And it's 186 megabytes, but I did it before on this machine, and it worked just fine. So I'm going ahead and do that. Yeah, it didn't make me type in the root password, so I guess it's giving you the sudo or sudo user or sudo root user, super user by default. Maybe this one does it because it's a security testing and pen testing distro anyway. I think the other ones, it pops it up and you have to, Well, like if you're in the terminal and you type SU, it'll just kind of pop, flash a little bit, and then it works, instead of actually asking you for popping up a deal saying, well, of course in the terminal it doesn't pop up a window, but it works. I don't know. I was thinking I was going to have to do something to get. I thought I might have to type SU in the terminal and then open the app that way, but I don't want root privileges just to run in. Well, in order to install KlamAV, I didn't know if I could do an installation, but yeah, you can in Fedora 28. Just open DNF Dragora and it works. You don't have to. It doesn't ask you for your root password or your super user. Yeah, I think it's done. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we want. I guess I could add some of this stuff to down here. I don't know how. I think it's hard to get. See, it's all jammed up to where it's hard to get in there and click. Properties. Let's see. Application Finder. Yeah, that was the application. Oh, there's the application finder down there at the bottom. I forgot that. That's how I don't use my XFCE that way. I change it to look like mate. Okay, so there we go. KlamAV. Okay, we got to set it up. Okay, check for updates now. It's going to put them in home live user. Yeah, well, that's going to be the place to put it. And it always does that. Could not contact update server, but then it'll try another mirror. I guess that's what it does, and then it'll work. It says KlamAV already. It's KlamAV update process started. Upgrade KlamAV now. Upgrade KlamAV now. Well, okay, it's downloading the updates. I'll let that finish. I don't think I'll try to, this is what I just now downloaded. Should be the newest one. So, and it does automatically. Well, when I told it, well, I didn't automatically. I told it. Okay, the virus database updated. So this is the newest version anyway, and. Okay, now before I'm going to plug in my SD card, and I'll do that in the front. It's real short. It's not sticking out. Well, it's not going to stay there either. Hang on. Okay, so before I start my long scan, I'm gonna of the whole SD USB device, I'm going to just do the first. I'm going to write some. I'm going to copy some files I need over to the SD card, and then I'm going to. So I'm going to go to, but it's going to mount in run media. Should actually not seeing it. If I type, will I find it? I see mount. I wonder if they changed it in. No. See the old folders, the original folders. Media and mount are still there, but Fedora doesn't use them anymore. The regular ones on the root drive. Run. Maybe they're not mounted yet. Yeah, I think they're not mounted yet. So let's minimize them. I haven't clicked on them. It's there. It shows to be there. Let's open it up. Okay, there it is. Easy to boot. Now I want to copy those files over that I want. And actually, let's change the view to, let's see what all, okay, Thunar is, yeah, that's what it has. Well, no, it has the other one too, but I don't want that KJ. I think I want Thunar. I don't know. Am I in Thunar? Let's see. Yeah, I'm in Thunar. So now, let's see, I should be able to I'll go ahead and click on Show Hidden Files. Go ahead and make it a detailed list, and then I want to make oh, it doesn't have the extra pane. Show extra pane. Oh, it's the other one that does that. I still like Thunar better, so let's go ahead and just do it like this. I'll open up 2 windows and do it the old-fashioned way. Put that one there, and I'll drag. I'll just. I really like doing it the other way though. When you can open up 2 panes, yeah. Guess I don't want Thunar in this case. Let's close it. Go back to Files. Oh. File Manager. Oh, it's just the icon. This is Thunar, yeah. That's what you got. Okay, well, let's see how we're going to deal with this. I want to be able to copy this drive here. I guess I'll do it, like I said, the old-fashioned way, and I guess I'll have to try and drag and drop. I hate doing that. It always screws up. Okay, I want the, where is it? It did not mount. There it is, Seagate expansion drive. It's not mounted yet. I may have to unplug it and plug it back in or something. Oh, there it is. It mounted when I double-clicked on it. So, I'm going to make, whoops. I say I'm going to make it bigger what I can read in it. Well, that's what I guess I'll have to do. It did that all on its own. I was trying to drag it over. So I just want to make it at least big enough for me to read in it. And this one, I'll go ahead and make it the same length. Okay, so I need documents. Didn't it find it? It didn't go to documents. Okay, there. Oh yeah, it did. It just didn't look like it. Okay. DNF install scripts. I'm just going to copy them over. Now drag and drop. Did it work? Yeah. Okay, it worked. You know, in Windows, one of the reasons I hated drag and drop because sometimes it would just, for whatever reason I never understood, just move it instead of just copying it. And I would lose things sometimes, you know, not know where they were, or sometimes it would not work right and it would break in the middle of doing it, and it would lose your whole folder. It would delete it. Okay, so I've got my DNF install scripts. I think I'm going to get the Yum stuff too, because I don't know what's what. Didn't drag. There we go. There's more. Yeah, it's 47.9 megabytes, so it'll take a little bit longer. And see, then I'm going to scan that drive to make sure there's nothing bad in it before I go scan the whole Seagate drive again. But I can just plop this 32 gigabyte SD card into my machine so I can go on to working and building my install scripts. And valid file name, do you want to retry? Yes. Do you want to skip it? Well, I'm going to have to. Okay. Now, that's something you don't see in Crusader. Invalid file name. This is not a Windows system. It is coming off of an NTFS drive, but it looks like it's, oh, it just did that. That's something weird. It's always done. I remember that now. Okay, so anything else I need out of there? Trying to grab that tiny little bar. Okay. I'm just going to look through the folders because I really don't have much memory going on right now. A little bit here and a little bit there. the Yum apps install list, the DNF install scripts, Yum apps install files. I named it DNF install scripts, but really it should be in DNF install files because there's scripts and text files of the lists in there, you know, from my various systems. And okay, I typed FED for Fedora, and I'll just kind of look through here. I don't think I even have a Fedora 28 folder on here yet. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, improvements in Anaconda. That was something I was wanting to find. Drag that over there. Now, yeah, every time you do that, it goes. The page is over to the right and stays there. I remember it's always done that. Okay, yeah, I gave up just looking through them all. It was just too many. I wasn't seeing anything. I was just rolling the mouse. Okay, I think that's probably for things. Well, of course, like say commands. I have a lot of commands, but that could be in any of those folders. Got a Fedora 25 info, but I don't think I ever actually installed it on anything. OBS Studio installation output. Did I have Fedora 25 on something? I know I had Fedora 26 on the ASRock motherboard with the old eMachines processor. Fedora 26 DNF app install file. Oh. Okay. Yeah, good that I was looking. Just put them over there. Might be some more that I didn't know. I was like, where? Couldn't find them, you know. Wouldn't be able to find them. Okay. Fedora 27 ASRock info. That might be useful. And Fedora 23 IBM server. Fedora 23 server. 23 Lenovo i5. I was thinking some of the commands I've been trying to find recently might be in here. Well, there's a bunch of info in there that would be some of my most recent info since been doing all my work on Fedora 23. It might, even though it says Fedora 23, I might have put it in there without really thinking because that was the machine I was working on, you know. Okay, so I don't need any old stuff. Yum repos, backup files for Fedora 14. Oh. Okay. I think maybe that's all I need. Fedora Linux remixes. Oh, no, that's not something. Don't remember what all would be in there. Fedora start page. I think that's actually I think there's an HTML file to go with that somewhere. Okay. So, what I'm looking for is stuff that'll help me set up my new Fedora 28 system. Okay. Now, probably normally I have this drive, you know, plugged in and ready to use. But since it's going to be maybe it could end up being several days of, and there's some files all by themselves down here. Let's see what they were. There's a script. Let's see if it's already in there. I'll try to copy it and see if it, yeah, it's already there. There's one that wasn't already there. Okay. Oh, my spins groups install script. Let's see. No, that's already in there. Fedora start page good info. I don't need it in there. I think maybe I'm going to put it over there. So I'll do that, and then I'll go find the folder. Where is it? Saw it. Fedora start page good info. Without the folder with all the little images and everything, it's usually, Fedora project start page good info. Yeah, 120816. I mean, I don't know if it's actually something I need, but we'll see. Okay. Fedora 11. This one you can type, and then it'll keep, just like Crusader. You can key in this Thunar. I type in there, and it keeps whatever I type. Well, for a while, or does it keep it? It'll skip anything that's not Fedora. When I keep on paging down with it, it went away. You got to keep going, I guess. If you just pause and start talking, then it goes away. That little window at the bottom right. Fedora, Fedora, Fedora. It doesn't go to the next one, even though it says Fedora. Huh. It stops. Like there's... Huh. Okay. That's probably all I need. What else could I need? Yum. Oh, I typed it on top of that. Yum apps list. There's only one, and I got that folder, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be up there. Yeah. Okay, Yum. DNF. I'm in the wrong one. DNF. Group list, terminal output. There's some more. I might want to put those in there. Okay, they weren't there already, so that was a good idea. Yeah, see, now I'm doing organizing. Okay, there we go. That's, see, if you don't want to use a twin panel file manager, then I would use Thunar then. The only thing it doesn't do that I miss, that KJ it does, is it'll do a twin panel mode. You can go to view and say add another panel. Yeah, I don't think you can do it in here. And it works okay. You can say copy to the other panel, and so it's, you know, it's different. It's more like Windows Explorer. So if you like Windows Explorer, but I've always ever since I first started with computers had trouble with having mistakes in drag and drop. I don't like drag and drop at all. My finger slips, or I grab the wrong one, or I don't know. It's just something about it for me. So now I've got DNF install scripts, Don medical info, that was already there. Fedora 23, Lenovo i5 info, 26 DNF install files. Those really shouldn't be in separate folders. 27 ASRock 8300 info, Fedora 28 info, Yum apps install files, and then some of the files that were already there. Okay. That should be exactly, it's probably all I need. Let's look into, I don't think there's any downloads that I need. I wouldn't dare use TeamViewer or anything now. Anything that has, you know, haven't been scanned recently. I've scanned it once before, but I've added lots of files from different systems since then. So that's why I'm going to all this trouble to spend however long it takes, 1 to 3 days or whatever, to rescan this thing and make sure it's clean. So hopefully, I already did this before on this machine with KlamAV. I only scanned, the system itself. I didn't scan the backup drive that way. So hopefully it will make it. Unless it really is not working right, I may be sorry. If it did like I did last night, work until sometime in the middle of the night and just the app quit. But I do kind of remember Bitdefender doing that before, so could be something that, just a crash that happens sometimes. Although I couldn't find, I wish I could have found a crash log or something. You know what, you goofball. I meant to open up Bitdefender again, because there would have been logs in there. It does save logs. And I wonder if it saves them on the 32 gigabyte drive somewhere. Let me look and see. Trash, found, rescue CD logs. Let's see. Organize it by the newest. Can't tell. Error. Okay, I needed to drag it over anyway. 6:15:18. 6:15:18. Oh, date modified. 4:27:18. Okay, 6:15:8. 6:15. So it didn't have a log from yesterday. But there's a log from the last scan that it did a log. So it must have crashed and didn't get to write its log. Open with the mouse. Oh, it just says objects to be scanned, run media live CD 30 gigabyte. Okay. That didn't help. I don't think it puts logs. Let's see, that's be antivirus. Yeah, it doesn't put logs in the folder with the ISOs. Okay. So whatever logs are there are just in that. I only see that one place for logs. So I've think I probably didn't need to close that yet. Well, actually, I guess I did. Now, where's my app? Oh, I didn't close. Oh, no, where is it? Well, there it is. KlamAV. Okay, there it is. Now, is my media live user 32 gigabyte. Yeah, so we're mounted a while ago, so I don't want to scan my whole big backup drive right now. Just want to scan my 32 gigabyte card. So I just want to say just report, and the updates are done. It's ready. Okay, so quarantine is empty. It should be. Okay. So I'm going to scan that, and then when I know it's clean, I'll be won't worry about booting it to anything for one thing, but the other thing is those files I just copied. I don't expect them to have anything, but I want to be extremely careful with my brand new system, because I'm going to plug it into my new Fedora 28 system, and I'll bypass that, checking how long it's going to take, so that I can start building my install scripts and stuff. And oh, I could have put the bookmarks on there. That's what I need. I really need my bookmarks. Let's stop it. I think I can just do that, and it'll go right back. Okay, so I got to open all this up again. 32 gigabyte, Don's files, documents is where I'm going to want that. And I think it's going to go back to where I had it at least. Okay, now then. Seagate expansion drive. That one didn't. And I want documents, bookmarks. I don't have a bookmarks folder, but that's all right, I guess. Need to order it. Yeah, well, it already is. Yesterday. That should be AS Rock Mom. Okay, I want Lenovo 627. Yeah, that would be it. I think I'll make a folder over here for bookmarks. Without the folders, I lose things. A long list of files, I just don't generally find stuff too well. There we go. Oops. AS Rock Moms. Okay, well, I was going to say AS Rock, I might want those, but no, I don't need those. Okay, that's all I need in my bookmark, just that recent one. Anything else now that I might have forgot? Kind of looking at these are things from, you know, my live sessions, most of them. There's one that could be put in those folders now. Okay. Bookmarks. That's one thing that was holding me up big time. I was searching my blog and couldn't find what I needed. And the actual scripts. Let's see what files I have. Spins, groups, all that stuff. Don's apps. Yeah, I've got plenty in there, and then DNF. Most of these are just, well, no, there's a script in there. Let's see, Fedora 23 install script. To do after a fresh installation. It's one I think I used before. I don't think I'll, that's the spins groups. Yeah, the one I made, that's an actual script. But I'm going to be making a new one, but here's what I want. I want the, that's all I want out of there is bin bash, inet, DNF, and Y install. Well, I've got a bunch of hand type stuff in there. But, of course, you can't see that, so I won't bother pretending you can. But that's what I've been looking for. I don't ever remember how to, you know, write that, to turn stuff into a script. Did I close? This time I think KlamAV actually closed. Didn't think it would do that. But it's not there now. I don't know what I did different this time. I guess I hit the X instead of the minimize button. So in the live system, it will close. Sure will. Well, okay. I have to start over. Maybe that's best in the long run. Let's see if it's ready. Still has its updates. Nothing in the quarantine. Okay. I'm going to go to run. Media. Live user, 32 gigabyte. Now, that's all I want to scan right now. Just report. I checked the quarantine already, didn't I? Just report. Scan. Okay, I'll let it kind of get started, and then I'll cancel this calculating scan time. And this probably won't take a real long time, but because it probably has around 20 or 25 gigabytes on it. Won't be super quick. So what I'm thinking is I'm starving now for my lunch, and so I may just probably stop this video and go get my lunch. That's the thing to do, I think, because I don't want to wait any longer. And it's, of course, nothing wonderful about, especially on the camera, nothing to show here really. You know, I can't show you anything. Can't see it. I'm looking over there at my preview. At least I'm telling what I'm doing is all I can do in this. And this, you know, when I can't do, that's why I went so much trouble to try to do remote desktop, but it was not working. Spend more time in a live system, and it's a live system set up remote desktop than you would. I am kind of concerned about. No, I was going to say I might minimize it. Well, I can just click on a different. There we go. That way I can't, anyway, if I'm fiddling around and I forget which machine I'm on, Team Viewer Execute, forget which machine I'm on, I won't accidentally cancel that scan job. And I didn't do that on the Bitdefender last night, but I was going to say I don't think there would really be any way I could have accidentally done that because I wasn't over at the keyboard, but I don't know, I don't use that anymore. I had another keyboard just like this one that I used to keep plugged in, and a mouse as well that was over there in the rack, and you could do things. It was hanging out of the front of the rack, and you could do things. But whatever machine you're on, if you move that mouse, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so it's not connected. That keyboard is all wrapped up and not connected to anything now. Okay, so no, I didn't actually. There wasn't an extra desktop. I couldn't just click on another desktop, and I thought, well, I could minimize it. But then when I wanted to go see what's going on, I have to. I was thinking in the middle of the night, if I want to see what's going on, I can just turn the monitor on and off and not have to mess with the mouse. I don't think that anything happened to cancel it or close it. I think it crashed. So, let that go. We'll just be working away. Oh yeah, you can't see it now because I'm not on the KVM switch over there. So I'm gonna go and get my lunch and all that junk, and then I'll come back and start a new video when I get. I'm gonna get my big long scan started on the USB drive. And I can take my SD card once it's showed to be clean or cleaned up, if it's necessary, and put it in my new Fedora 28 on my Lenovo i5, and I can use my scripts and have my access to my scripts to build my new script and my bookmarks to find things when I need to find things. Because that's an HTML file on my bookmarks, I can open that up in any browser. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be back after a while. Oh yeah, I don't have any music on here yet. I probably could have copied that music onto there, but I didn't think about it. But that's all right. I'm not going to go back and do that now. I can live without my intro and exit music for a while until I get to where I get it done. Okay, one thing at a time. All right, I'll be back after a while, unless as long as things go as planned. So see you later.